Have you ever felt that the internet belongs to the young, like you've missed the boat on building something meaningful online? Well, here's the one thing that no one is talking about. Midlifers. People just like you are not just succeeding online, they're building a new era of influence. And no one saw it coming. But there is something even more important than just showing up online. It's knowing why you have the advantage. And once you see it, everything changes. And in this video today, I'm going to teach you the skill to see it. But why me? Well, I've learned this skill from over a decade of lived experience with thousands of my clients in my agency. Today, I'm giving you 10 years of experience in about 10 minutes. So come into my world for a little while. So it was late at night. I'm sitting here in my office, scrolling through YouTube. It's about midnight, and the house was silent except for the occasional creak in the floorboards. I'm sat here at my desk, literally phone in hand, scrolling through video after video of young 20-something influencers racking up millions of views. I was scrolling, watching, doubting one after another. I watched their content. Polished, high energy, confident. Meanwhile, I sat there thinking, do I even belong here? Am I too late for all of this? Is anyone even interested in what someone like me has to say? And it felt like I was standing there staring out of a glass window, watching the world go by that I wasn't even invited to. I was frustrated, doubtful, a creeping feeling of being too old for this game. I was ready to close the laptop and walk away. And then I saw it. Wait, they're still figuring this out. They're researching, they're learning, trying to solve problems that I've already lived through. Yes, you've already lived through them too. And that's when it hit me. We midlifers, we have a real advantage. The internet might have started with the younger generation. Let's be fair, we were once that younger generation. But experience, wisdom, and real world expertise, that's where we shine. Think of 3 real world problems that you've solved in your career or even your life. Those experiences hold the key to your online influence and could well be your next 3 YouTube videos. So why do we believe the internet is a young person's game? Well, it's time to break that myth. Come into my world again. Standing in front of a camera like this one, feeling out of place. I remember my first attempt actually to record a video. I had my phone set up in a tripod and the light from the window was casting awkward shadows on my face. And I pressed record and I'm stumbling over words, deleting, trying again. I hit record, pause, stumble over more words, and then delete, start over again, and again, and again. Does this feel familiar? It was like watching a younger version of myself. You know, the one trying to ride the bike for the first time. Except this time, I was the adult struggling to keep my balance. I don't look like them. I don't talk like them. Why would anyone listen to me when they can watch someone younger? Self-doubt, frustration, feeling like I was just too late to the party. And then I had that clarity moment. Wait. How many of these young creators have actually had real experience? You know, I question all the time the 25-year-old life coach. How much experience have these people had? They're still figuring things out. But I already know what works. And you know what works. You see, we midlifers, we don't start from zero. Our lived experience gives us a massive head start. So make a list of 3 skills or insights that you've mastered throughout your years of experience. These are your unfair advantage on YouTube. Heck, anywhere on the internet for that matter. And that's your next 3 videos that you can make. Just come here. Did you know that your story is the most valuable asset that you own? Again, sitting at my desk, reflecting on my journey, I remember the exact moment I realized that my story was actually my superpower. I was recalling old case files, writing down lessons I'd learned, and I was sorting through notes from my detective days. Yes, believe it or not, I was a detective. The cases that I'd solved, and the people that I'd helped, and the hard lessons that shaped me. And then I thought, well, this is who I am, but why have I been hiding that? This is why people trust me. Again, why was I hiding that? I have pride, and I realized a deep sense of purpose. If I can solve real world cases, I can solve real business problems. And then suddenly it all made sense. How I can help you through YouTube. You see, your career experiences, the challenges you overcome, and the problems you've solved. People don't just want answers, they want the proof that you've been where they are. And that's what I took from my detective realization. So write down 3 major turning points in your life where you've gained valuable insights. These experiences will shape your content and your brand identity. Wow, look at that. Another 3 YouTube videos for you to create. That's 9 so far. But how do you turn that knowledge and wisdom and your story into real business that serves others? Well, now we come to the Rolls-Royce moment. What if I told you that the secret to growing your business isn't actually in selling? It's in using one skill that I learned in the police very, very well, and it's listening. See, I was on a Zoom call listening to a client and their struggles, and I sat there, pen in hand, nodding as my client poured out their challenges, taking notes, asking some deeper questions, and seeing the real problem beneath the surface. They thought their issue was visibility, but I listened. And I realized it's not visibility, it's clarity. They don't need more followers, they need direction. I said to my client, you don't have a marketing problem, you have a messaging problem. And that is how my signature program, the Heart Brand Blueprint, was born. I listened, I identified patterns, I built a business that solved real world needs. And you actually gave it to me. Because last year I interviewed 70 to 80 people through discovery calls, invited through YouTube videos. I helped you guys with problems around building your personal brand because I've got 12 years experience in that. YouTube and video marketing, again, another decade of lived experience there. And monetizing it to build an online business, another decade of lived experience. I'm then taking those insights from the interviews and making YouTube videos to solve common problems. That way I'm never out of content. And now, neither are you. So record a discovery call with someone, take some notes, invite them to hang out with you for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and understand the common struggles and make a note of all the ones you hear. These insights will shape your messaging, your offers, and your content. So now you've gone through having 9 YouTube videos to make to an absolute abundance, a never-ending supply. It's like give a man to fish, feed him for a day, teach him to fish, feed you for a lifetime. So now you can take this endless ideas and abundance of content and turn them into a business. And if building an online business through your knowledge, skills, wisdom, and expertise interests you, then check out the link below and join the Heart Brand Blueprint. The next cohort is open. But you know, discovery calls aren't the only way to unlock your content ideas. There's one strategy that I use that makes my videos and offers even more powerful. You've been experiencing the final step all the way through this video. It's been woven into every step, every insight that I've shared, every realization that you've had while watching. And once you recognize it, you'll never look at content creation in the same way again. It's so simple, yet it's transformed how I create videos that deeply connect with my audience. And when you get this right, everything changes. So watch this video here to find out what it is.